Ta-da! We're live on YouTube right now. Great. So, people who are already used to participate on TNT, they know how it happens. But if you're here for the first time, you might be wondering, oh my God, what should I do? Let me explain to you. We have some rules in here. Rule number one is, this is not a class, this is an immersion. We're here to have conversations, to talk to each other, to get to know people, to share stories and experiences, and to discuss topics. Doing all of this in English to practice and learn more of the language. So this is not a class. I'm a teacher, I'm in a classroom, but I'm not here to teach you anything, okay? This is rule number one. Rule number two is, since this is not a class, we are not here to correct anyone, okay? Correcting people makes the environment a bit awkward, you know, when you correct a person and the person would be like, oh, okay, yeah. It's a little awkward, so let's avoid correcting people in here, okay? We're here to learn naturally by observing how other people speak and also to practice our own English with the stuff we already know. Rule number three, this space is a space supposed to be comfortable and secure and safe for everyone. So we have lots of different people. We have people from Minas, we have people from São Paulo, people from Bahia, people from lots of places, different races, different mindsets, and that's the beauty of it. So let's be respectful to one another, okay, and try to have a nice talk in here. And rule number four, it's have fun. If you're on TNT and not having fun, you're doing TNT wrong, okay? This is a space for you to laugh and to have good conversations. Okay, awesome. We prepared for you guys here some questions. Today we're going to be talking about vulnerability, and we prepared some questions for you guys, and you guys are going to discuss these questions. I just sent the questions in the chat, okay? Great. What are we going to do? I'm going to separate everyone into small rooms with 4 or 5 people, because this way everyone has a chance to talk. Everyone has time to talk and to participate, okay? Once you guys get to these rooms, you choose a leader. This person is a person who's going to keep the conversation going, making questions and making sure everyone has a chance to speak, okay? If you don't want to be a leader, there's no problem. If there is no leader in the room, no problem as well. Just try to keep the conversation going. Okay, introduce yourself, say like, oh, my name is Dick Grayson, I am Robin, I work with Batman, I am, I don't know, 20 years old and I live in Gotham, okay? And then you just start working with the questions and have a nice conversation, okay? If you need any help, you can just click on the help button and I can go there and help you. Or if you feel uncomfortable, you can come back here to the main room, okay? Great. Do we have any questions? Did everyone? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh.
Want to make a question, Fernanda?
No, I don't know. No.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I'm fine.
Great. Sorry. Just because you opened your microphone. Okay, I'm gonna separate everyone into the small rooms then. And if you guys need any help, you can just call me. Okay? We've got 12 people here besides me. So we're gonna be in 3 rooms of 4 people each, okay? Cool. Just a second here. Okay. Just putting everything here, setting everything in motion. Just a second, guys. I am feed. You're just finishing everything. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna open the rooms now. Have a good conversation. When it's 5 minutes to finish, I'm gonna bring everyone back so we can wrap up, okay? Cool. But some people, 4 of you, you weren't redirected to the other room. It means you guys are gonna have the conversation here with me, especially if you're here for the first time, so you can have a better idea of how everything works. I can help you guys out, okay? Great. So let's start with introductions. I'm going to go alphabetically. Ariadne, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I already told I'm from São Paulo. I'm architecture and I work with house projects. I don't know if it's like this, I can talk. And I go to the obra too. I don't know how to say this. And I have 2 cats. I love to make circles, aerial silks. Tecido aéreo, I don't know. Yes, aerial silk.
Really nice.
And I don't know. I like to know other persons, so I'm excited to be here.
Oh, that's great. It's nice to hear you.
And what about you? I don't know where you're from. If you're here on TNT for a long time.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about me, but we're gonna go alphabetically, okay? So now it's Carla's turn.
Me? Oh my God. To tell about me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I live in the interior, country to São Paulo. I am agriculture engineer. It's correct. I always agriculture.
Agriculture engineer, yes.
Yes, but I love the biology, the microbiology. So nowadays I am studying for the mestrado. I don't know how can I say now. Mestrado. I love the nature, the animals. I like to know different persons, and I love so much to learn another language like the English. And I always study. I always to study. I have problems with the grammar. I always fico me corrigindo. I started to learn Spanish too, and the moment is complicated because I confundo. I mix the grammars in English and Spanish. I love to read. I like to read about many kinds of book. I love to movies. I am a normal person. And pets. I love pets. I don't have cats. I have dogs. And the birds. Birds that how can I say? My God, cuidar, care.
You take care.
To care in my garden, não em gaiola.
Great.
Right?
Free to.
Free. I always see them.
That's so cool. Awesome. Nice to have you here as well, and I hope you enjoy. Now, the lady with the blue earphones.
Hello. So, hi everyone, I'm Julia. I'm 29 years old, from Pelotas. I am a graphic designer, and I also have a degree on fashion design, but I'm not working with that at the moment. I love music. I totally love music. It moves my life, and I feel so inspired by so many artists, and something that I wish I could work someday with. And I actually lived abroad for a year. And so I practiced a lot my English, but it's been a long time. In 2015 and 2016, I lived in Hungary for an exchange program. So I wanted to bring back these memories, and practice. So because I think everyone knows that it's like riding a bike, you never forget, but you have to train. So that's why I'm here, and I'm very grateful to have this experience with you. It's nice to meet you.
That is great. Nice to have you here.
Thanks.
It's been a long day. Okay. And now it's my turn, right? Yeah, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I will go first. You guys are busy.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm from the house. So the visit go first.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Oleuke. I'm 35 years old. I'm talking from São Paulo. I'm living here since 2020, but I'm from Brasilia. I'm product manager. I'm a father. I have 2 kids, Aurora and Hakim. They are these amazing gifts that life gave me. There are little ones. Aurora is 3 years old. Kin is 1.5 years old. Scarla, I love reading philosophy, technical books about product, way of living, society, technology. I love to read this. I love playing instruments. I have a couple here. Music has an important part of my life. I love playing basketball, spend time with family, walking around, discovering this super interesting city. And I'm here to improve my conversation. I think so. That's it.
That's great. Awesome to have you here as well. He's been in one of my classes this week as well. It was really nice.
Yeah, what about the United States? Oh no. What is the team? I forgot.
Yeah, the United Nations.
The United Nations, yes.
That's great. It was good to have you there, and nice to have you here again. Okay, and for these curious people who want to know about me, my name is Júlio Fino. I'm 20 years old. I'm an English teacher. I come from Minas Gerais, but currently I'm living in Hortolândia, São Paulo. And well, stuff I like. I also love music. I don't play many instruments. I just play the cajon, with percussion, because to help a little. But music is also an important part of my life, and I sing and I listen to music the whole day. I'm not myself without music. I get really stressed without music. And well, I love fried chicken. So if you want to be my friend, just give me fried chicken. That's it. And that's pretty much it about me. And I've been meaning to participate on TNTs of Spanish. Mas eu sou bem enrolado, né? Ainda não participei yet. Okay. So now I'm going to go the other way around. I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to start with Wilk, asking him question number 2. Wilk, what is vulnerability for you?
Oh, vulnerability, I guess, is when you are in a condition that, how can I say it? Still roubar. That take something of you that you are. Oh, this is hard to explain vulnerability. For example, Black people in a society that has a lot of white people. So you are in a condition of vulnerability because since slavery times you was like forbidden to have something, to have lands, to have study, to have education. So you are in a condition of vulnerability. Makes sense.
It does.
Something like this. And we have a lot of vulnerability. It is for an example.
Great, awesome.
Yes.
What about you, Julia? What's vulnerability for you?
Like Will said, it's very difficult to explain, even in Portuguese, maybe. But I would say I don't have the same experience as Will. So I was thinking more about when you let your guard down and you let someone in, you know, to be able to get involved with people and not be afraid to, I don't know, to show your weaknesses, you know. I think that vulnerability is, for me, it's a lot of things, but the first one that came into my mind is that it's to be able to let your guard down somehow.
Cool. Great. What about you, Carla? What's vulnerability for you?
Oh, it's so complicated. What is? Oh my God. It's you have coragem. I don't remember. You have coragem to be the person that who you are in the truth. I don't know how can I say it, but do you understand?
Your
Ser
truth.
quem você quer ser. Not be afraid about what the person, what I think about you, what I say about you do. Be what do you are in the fact. Now, it's difficult nowadays because we have to be the person in the job. You need to see this form, this way with your family, with your friends, with your job, with the church. Always you need to atuar. You need. Oh my God, tá filosófico demais, mas é isso.
I love it.
It's be what you want be. It's complicated nowadays. You have many people telling to you, do this, think about this, that form, like me. So you need to be corajoso. I don't remember. For be the person that who you are. Yes. Finished.
No, I agree. Being yourself, like being who you want to be, your true self, it's a vulnerable position because we have this pattern, this form that society wants us to be, and it's difficult to get out of that. It's putting yourself in a vulnerable.
Yes. I have many problems in this area, with my father, because my father thinks that way, and I think another way, and I always fighting. It's so bad. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, but I try to be the person that who I am.
That's great. Awesome. And what about you, Ariadne? What's vulnerability for you?
I totally agree with everyone. I think I have a lot of point of views, and I was thinking more about being out of comfort zone, and also when you have, like Carlo was saying, you have to explain yourself and try to understand our emotions. And I don't know if my internet's okay. No, but try to explain yourself and try to even understand ourselves, our emotions. I think we always have some points of vulnerability with emotions, and to explain with the other people in the relationships. And I think have a lot of social problems too that increase vulnerability. I don't know, something with this way.
Nice. Now, I agree with all you guys said. Really do. Moving on to question number 3. Julia, what makes a person vulnerable, and are you a vulnerable person?
I think what makes a person vulnerable? I think there are many reasons for a person to be vulnerable. To be in an environment where you don't know anyone, maybe you could feel vulnerable, or outside of your comfort zone, like Ariadne said, you know, something that you haven't to live, something that you haven't experienced yet makes you pretty vulnerable. And I would say that it depends on the situation I'm in, if I'm vulnerable or not. I actually feel pretty comfortable meeting new people, but maybe sometimes there's someone that I don't trust and I feel kind of, afraid. So maybe that could be a situation where I feel pretty vulnerable.
Awesome, great. Look, can you choose a person to answer this question next?
Wilk.
Okay. I guess there are situations when you feel fragile, weak, when you compare with a regular situation of other people. Sometimes you put yourself in this situation, like here. We try to speak in English. And other times, some strength put part of society in this situation, like poorness, color questions, gender questions, etc. In some situations, you are always in these situations of getting criticized because someone think you are incapable, weak, in the bottom of society. For example, and here I'm in a vulnerability situation because I'm not confident about speaking in English. So I think it's like this. It's kind of, sometimes you put yourself in this situation, sometimes some strength puts you in the situations of vulnerability.
Just continuing here, getting the hook from this comment, that we really avoid to correct people here on TNT, especially because of that, because it takes a lot of courage to speak in English, especially with people you don't know. And we understand that, because the first time I was participating on TNT, I was already an English teacher, and I was like, shaking. It was I remember it was a Friday night. I joined the TNT at 10 p.m. We were doing a happy hour. There were like almost 40 people in the room. Everyone is speaking in English, and I was like, they're gonna talk to me. So it's really great. So everything that takes courage somehow puts us in a vulnerable situation, right? Okay. Will, can you choose the person to answer next?
I chose Ariadne.
I was not thinking about anything more. I'm sorry, I have a dog too. And I don't know. I think I agree totally with the Wilk, and I think the environment, society makes a lot of situations uncomfortable, and I don't know how much to say. I will think more. Sorry.
No, no problem. Do you consider yourself a vulnerable person?
Depends of the situation. I was thinking about rede de apoio. I am a really privileged person because I have my family and those things. But when I am with the only men and I have to talk, and they always stopping and interrupting me, or when I am in na obra and all the guys like treat me if I don't know what I'm doing, and these situations, and I feel vulnerable, but I consider not all the time. I'm sorry, my English too. This time now I feel vulnerable too because I don't make the correct grammar. So, but it's okay.
Don't ask. Don't say you're sorry. You're trying,
Yeah.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Just because Carla said this soon before, and also you, Ariadne. My girlfriend, she's an English teacher, and she always tells me not to be sorry for my English because we are trying to speak in another language, and the opposite doesn't happen very often. So we cannot excuse ourselves for trying to do something for people to understand us, And since she told me that, I've spent many years saying I'm sorry, and I promised myself I would never be sorry again to speak, because we can understand, And if we don't understand, we use our hand, and somehow we end up understanding each other. So that's totally okay. Something to take and levar pra vida. Take for your life.
You don't have
Thanks,
to be
Julia.
sorry for studying, for trying, for doing what you need to do. You have to be sorry to yourself if you don't study, if you don't follow your dreams. Then you say, oh, you look in the mirror and you say, I'm sorry, but not to other people. Come on. Carla, I guess you were going to say something. Please, go ahead.
I think that's like my friends told. It depends of the moment and the situation. For example, in my case, I think that I am encouraged. But when the problem is with my family, I am vulnerable. With my brother, with my father, with my mother, with my nephew. It's complicated. I understood Ariadne when she said about the professional, because in my case, it's complicated too, because I am engineer, right? I am woman, so we have conceito. It's very difficult in my, how can I say, in my area, because we have many men's. I don't have afraid of men's, but eu já sofri assédio many times. It's difficult because we are in, for example, in at a farm, all right? Don't have a phone, don't have anything. It's just you and the person. And it's complicated, or the person have your cell, your number cell, and you are talking about the agronomy, and the person after all you talking about another things, cheio de conversa. So it's very complicated because you stay there like a professional, and the person don't see you, woman, like a professional. So it's complicated. It's in the moment I am not working. I'm not working too, Julia, because we have many jobs in my area, like how can I say, área comercial, but I don't like because you need go in the farms, you need go in other cities, and you always have the same problem. The same problem. It's very difficult. And this is a problem that I have with my father, because my father don't understand this kind of the problem that we have. Did you understand? So
Yes.
it's complicated. It's complicated. But vida que segue.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be like, you shouldn't have to follow your life, to go on with your life suffering this kind of stuff, right? So it should be something that it's changing, but
Yes.
So in number 4, we have question, does it invite, just a second, we don't have a lot of time left. Okay. I'm gonna skip 2 questions here. Number 6. Does being alone with a lot of people make you vulnerable? Like, you're in a group of a lot of people and you don't know anyone. Does it make you feel vulnerable? Because I am the kind of person that if you put me in a group with a lot of people that I don't know anyone, I'm gonna make a friend. I'm gonna look to somebody and just be like, hey guys, whoa, what you doing? You know, so I don't usually feel vulnerable in these kind of situations, but I know a lot of people who hate to be alone with people they don't know. What do you guys think? Does being alone with a lot of people make you guys uncomfortable?
For me, this is a problem of the society, because I always, for example, I don't have a boyfriend for many years, and I don't have problem with this, right? But my family, my father, my aunts, all right, but I don't have problem. When I was young, today I am 36. I had afraid a lot. I was very vergonha. But after my 20s and my last job during the COVID, I used the Zoom, Google Meet. So I needed to learn to use, because I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I don't have nothing. I don't like. But for my job, I needed to use. So today I am talking with Wilkie, Junior, Julia, Ariadne, people that I don't know. But for me, it's normal because I am superei the shame.
worry. Oh, you don't know us yet. We're gonna become friends. You know, yeah. We're gonna just stick around for one more week, and you're gonna know like a lot of people. And what about you, Ariadne? Does being alone with a lot of people around you make you feel vulnerable?
Depends the situation. I don't know if people are like judging you or like I don't know. I'm really like you. I started to talk with anybody. If I'm going to take a bus, I start to talk with the person that's beside me. I talk with. I make what my mother said to. I don't talk with strangers. I like to talk with strangers. For me, this is no problem. But depends on the situation. But I think this. It's hard to talk with strangers, but personal things. But if you talk about politics or about the weather, I don't know, it's easier. Not political is not so easy. Depends of too. And what about you, Julia? You like to? It's a difficult situation for you. It makes you vulnerable. Vulnerable.
Yes, guys, just I'm sorry if I misheard something because my internet is very bad right now, so it's travando. Sorry. I agree with you, Ariadne. I feel like it depends on the environment. I could remember that many times I felt very vulnerable and uncomfortable when I was around new people. But I also can remember many times when I didn't know anyone and all of a sudden I had new friends. So it really depends on the situation you're in. And what about you, Will?
I guess it makes me kind of vulnerable too, because I don't hate, but I'm not comfortable when I don't know what I'm facing. So how this people talk, what the subjects these people is talking about, what they think about the president or something like this. I have a lot of polemical agendas, so and I have the habit of being super honest, and this is rough sometimes. So I need to find my crew first. I like my bubble, and I feel like I'm not comfortable when I facing different people when thinking really different about what I think about world and society. It's hard.
Everyone is just like, oh, we really loved it, and Luke is like, nah, it sucks.
Yeah. So sometimes it's rough. I prefer to be in silence, and so just okay. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. And guys, the last question we're gonna have time to discuss, I'm going to skip all the way to the last question. Is the world vulnerable? Do you guys think our world, the planet Earth, this big blue ball with some green parts in it, is vulnerable? What do you think, Will?
As I said before, I think the environment and the world has a strong impact on the vulnerability, because it's about trust, liability, space to be wrong sometimes, and etc. So I think we have a lot of situations that vulnerability comes up, and we have to be this space of trust, this space when we feel comfortable, that you will be compreendido. How is this word? Não, como diz isso?
Agora, I guess that's right. I got that a lot. Is the world, do you consider the world vulnerable?
Yes, I think the word. Other word like yes, we have facing a lot of violence in the world, and the world itself is vulnerable too, because we have to think about
ETs.
What?
ETs. We are vulnerable to aliens.
Yeah.
ETs are a hope and not a, it's not bad, it's a hope for us to be abducted.
We shouldn't fear the aliens then, we should hope for them. We should wait like, oh.
Pick me, choose me, I won't.
I'll go, please. Do you want someone to like, I don't know, kill a few humans? I could be your guy.
Finish, you have the natural cause too, so I think the word is vulnerable.
What about you, Ariadne? Do you think all world is vulnerable?
Yeah, I totally agree with Wilk. I consider the world vulnerable too. I think we have bubbles with we can feel comfortable, we can feel in peace with our friends, with people who think the same with us. But I think it's really aggressive when you out of your bubble, when you try to live out of your comfort zone, it's really vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's the same line of how can I say, pensamentos, thoughts.
What about you, Julia? Do you think our world is vulnerable?
I don't know. I was thinking here that I believe that us as Brazilians maybe are more vulnerable than other people with other cultures. You know, we are very open to other people, and this makes us vulnerable somehow. You know, our culture is very. We receive people very well, and we are always open. Like I'm generalizando, okay? Not everyone is like that, but I would say that in other countries I've been to, I believe that people are not as vulnerable as us. I think they're more self-protected. I don't know how to say this. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they keep it to themselves a lot more than we do in Brazil, because in Brazil we are open and we like to take, we make comments and we take comments and we ask questions and we talk to people we don't know and we try to make friends all the time, and these are situations where we put ourselves in vulnerability, or like not being accepted, or maybe suffering emotional damage.
Yeah.
And what are you going to
No, I was going to ask about Carla because she hasn't said if she thinks the world is vulnerable.
I agree with Julia, Ariadne, Wilk. I think that the person, we are the problem, because oh my God, it's polemic, because we have different cultures. The point of view de Julia about the poder aquisitivo faz a diferença, makes a difference about if you feel vulnerable or not. We have war, we have problems with the environment, the nature, and the solution is the, how can I say, the ser humano. How can I say, Junior?
Ser humano?
Man.
Human being.
Human being, right? It's the problem. the many ways the people not, oh my God, the people não consegue conviver, não consegue conviver with the difference, the culture, the cultures, the color, silk, and many things that it's so small, but we human beings make so tall, and I think it's sad,
Yeah.
so big.
I guess, and I agree what you guys said. I guess if we're talking about the world as like we people in the world, we are pretty vulnerable, especially to each other, because there's this problem of not accepting and everything. But also the world itself, like planet Earth, is very vulnerable because it can't make anything to defend itself. And we can do anything we want with this world. So like, what are we doing to the planet? You know, it's kind of very difficult to think. Good to think. And also the aliens. We are vulnerable to aliens. We have no.
Aliens are friends.
I know it's a good thing for the aliens to come, but you know, it's always good to have a second option. Oh, plan B. Okay. Welcome back, beautiful people. Nice to have you all here. And I'm gonna ask you how the conversation was. Marcos Henrique Carneiro Fonseca, that's a great name. Could you please tell us how was the conversation for you?
It was very good. I was with Camila and Luis, and he needed to get out early because he had you know, an obligation, I think. So we talked a lot about vulnerability, and I think that's it. We talked about how vulnerability is related by financial problems or big things like war or catastrophes, and social problems too. I think that's it. And mental health. Yes. Brazilian politics. I think that's it.
Yeah, great. I'm really nice. I'm really happy that you enjoyed. And Sarah, how was the conversation for you, Sarah? Did you like it?
I liked it. I actually came here because of the topic. I like have 1 hour to talk today, and I choose to be here because I think the topic is really interesting. We talked about being a woman, about vulnerability, about our clothes, about how we feel sometimes when we leave home, like for example, for taking a bus or to put ourselves in dangerous situations, not on purpose, obviously, but sometimes we have to be careful about that. And it was really nice to talk with Fernanda and the other Camila Santos. We had a good time.
That is awesome. I'm really glad you all enjoyed. Okay, guys, I wish we could stay here for longer, but I can't. But listen, let's not cry because we can do it again next week. Okay, go to talkandtalk.com.br. Schedule the conversation for next week right now, and I'm gonna be waiting for you guys here. Okay, look, I'm gonna be leaving 2 links in here. Link number 1. This conversation was broadcast on YouTube, which means you can watch, at least if you were here in the main room, okay? And I would like you guys to leave a like there, okay? Hit the like button. And also, if you want to leave a comment, this helps us to bring more attention to the videos so more people can get to know and participate on TNT. And also, there is this feedback here. I would like you guys to answer. If you guys put answer the feedback, it also really helps us a lot. And remember, this week, everything is for free on TNT. You can participate on classes, you can participate in as many conversations as you like, but it's only this week, okay? So it's ending. So if you don't have a pro plan, go there, experiment, see all the classes, see everyone, participate. And if you want to join the pro plan, you can have classes with a lot of people, me included, okay? And I will really love to have you guys participating in this, okay? Domo arigato. Thank you guys a lot for this conversation. Have an amazing.
Thank you, guys.
And see you guys back here.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
teacher.
great time. Bye-bye.
See you next
Thank you,
weekend.
everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
See you.
And just talking to the people here watching this on TNT, why are you not on YouTube? Why are you not here? This is for free. This place is for free. I'm tired of saying it. Okay, so just go to talktalk.com.br, schedule a conversation right now. We're gonna love to have you guys here talking with us. Okay, that's Teacher Junior signing off.